Hello and welcome to the Bioshock 1 Crossbow tutorial. In this tutorial, we will be shooting bolts into dolts. Don't be a dolt, use Electro Bolt, as they say. So, how do we use Electro Bolt? So you use it, there he is, use it on this guy, and you shoot him right in the dome. So you don't really need, like, Electro Bolt 3 for most enemies, or Electro Bolt 2 even. You can kind of just use the basic one, the basic feature. You don't even need to use Electro Bolt. You can just shoot things right in the face if you feel like it. So one thing to note about this weapon is it does a crap ton of damage. That is the legal term, crap ton of damage to foes. It does like 400 damage. The basic bolts does 400 damage. On headshot, it does 10 times damage, so it's 4,000 damage. With the damage upgrade, this thing does 25% more damage, so 500 damage body shot, also known as 5,000 damage headshot. So, like, let's say you're walking around and there's a guy, and he looks pretty weird, and you're not so sure about him, and you don't know what he's doing in your neighborhood, and you just want to make sure that he's taken care of and is not going to be a problem for you. So what you can do is you can shoot him directly in the dome, and he will die, because this weapon will one-shot anything in a single headshot, except for big daddies. So she was checking her hair, and it must look really good, because she didn't see me sneaking up on her with a fucking hand cannon that ejects steel darts into their craniums. So she should have really been paying attention instead of checking out her hair. Alright, we also have, for ammo, Incendiary Bolts. These deal 600 fire damage a shot, and they also get the headshot bonus. So these things deal 6k damage on a headshot. Their damage is boosted by human inferno, which is crazy. So against big daddies, these will deal insane damage because you can't headshot big daddies. So this is your highest like burst damage against the big daddies. This bolt with the human inferno especially. And then the last bolts, which I don't have any right now, are trap bolts. They deal the same damage as a normal bolt on initial shots, but after they are shot, they shoot an electrical cord out that will stick to a surface away from where they were mounted. And then if an enemy runs into them, they take 700 electric damage. This also is boosted by the electric flesh perks, which will increase electric damage dealt and reduce electric damage taken. So it's quite good with those. It's more of a rarer type of ammo that's kind of expensive, and I believe you can craft it, but it's like not very common. The one other thing to note about the crossbow is that when you shoot like a bolt, it will stick into the ground. They can break, however, but most can be recovered. The two upgrades for the crossbow are damage increase and bolt retention. So one makes it so that the crossbow does more damage. The other increases the probability that a bolt will not break, which makes it like a more efficient weapon. So that's just something to keep in mind when using this weapon. I would say this is the best weapon in the game by far. It has the highest base damage. Nothing competes with it, not even the RPG, for base damage. And for headshot bonus, it has the highest headshot bonus and the highest burst damage that's possible in the game, aside from like shooting 6 like proxy mines on a thing and then blasting that at something with like telekinesis, which requires a lot of time, energy, setup, and resources. So in general, the crossbow is your go-to thing for just raw damage. We don't want that. So I would say like upgrading this should be your top priority once you get it. You should just upgrade this right away, because it's the best weapon in the game. If you have trouble getting headshots, you can use Electro Bolts, Insect Swarm, anything that CCs. Electro Bolts can help foes, or help you line up headshots, because foes will kind of just be standing in a predictable way. So I'll show an example in a second. I'll just find a foe. There should be some, I hear something. Alright, so example, boom. Their head just kind of sticks straight up when they're being shocked. So it just helps you line up easy headshots. You cannot headshot big daddies, but the other ammo types and even the basic bolt is really good against them. So just something to keep in mind. So I'll try using bees just to show like using bees as a combo. Bees are really good because they keep going from target to target and they're quite efficient. They also deal damage, which is something that Electro Bolt doesn't really do. If you're headshotting foes, though, Electro Bolt's your best bet because the damage the bees deal is irrelevant because the headshot damage will one-shot them anyways. So let's just find something to fight. Let's see here. Here's someone. Oh, here's a guy. Alright, so it's him with bees. As soon as they feel like swarming him. Any second. Come on, bees. They're really slacking today, man. Alright, get some bees. Probably not the best thing, it's a Houdini splicer. They're kind of easy to headshot, though. Their head relatively stays in the same position, so they're quite easy to line up shots with. The main thing with this weapon is just be patient. Just dodge and be patient. So, like, you don't even need to use CC to line up headshots. You just have to, like, chill out, focus, and then just click, and then deletes people. And if you're playing on Xbox, then pull the trigger, I guess, instead of click, because you would be using triggers. So, overall, I would say the crossbow is the best weapon in the game by far. Nothing compares to its utility in DPS. It's really strong. It's really fun to use. Getting headshots with it's satisfying. More games need things like the crossbow because, quite frankly, things like this are just fun. Like it's a projectile that can headshot and it does insane damage. So it's just like that's everything you want in a weapon, basically. I think I need to go this way to finish the thing I'm doing. Could be wrong, though. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I will see you in the next one.